Okay, one more second, we'll be live. If Facebook allows it. All right, I'm seeing quite a few people here. I'm going to minimize the Facebook page so I can get right back to all of you. All right, let me get the recording started again and we will get rolling. Got quite a few people here already coming in. Thank you for being here. Y'all look great. Y'all look great. Y'all look great. Forgot I had headphones on. Okay. All right, folks, welcome to today's Good Friday, April 10th, and DAC training, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time training. We appreciate you being here. As you know, we've got a 1 p.m. Zoom training right here for new prospective agents. But if you're brand new with us for the first time today, welcome. Thank you for being a part of the team. Thank you for being a part of the DAC mission. We're on a mission to help business owners all over North America and also help people become successful agents. And it's a combination of those two things that we're all about, and we appreciate you. We have some beliefs about all of our services, and it's important that you understand our beliefs and you go through the training. Our Saturday training, it's lengthy, but if you bite-size that up and you review that, just like it's a Netflix series or an Amazon series, and you spend the time to take in those 5 hours of training and watch it again and again and again, eventually your mindset will be where it needs to be. You'll have a business owner mindset. Eventually you'll share the beliefs about all of our services. Like, we do believe business owners are rock stars. We do believe if you gave them capital, they could do amazing things. We do believe the banks are great for most, but you can't get approved most people. And we do believe alternative capital then becomes a great source for our business owners to go to the next level. And we believe most people don't know about alternative capital. And we do believe because DAC represents all the top alternative capital provider, we're the best alternative capital for businesses. So that if they need alternative capital and they can't get approved at a bank, they can't get approved at SBA, they come to us and we're going to take them to all the top providers. And because we represent many of them, we're going to find them the best offer. And that's what we believe. And knowing that, and we believe that the customer should be able to get an offer without having to pay any money up front. You know how many SBA predators are out there right now charging people fees to do their SBA loan, and they're never going to get approved, yet they're, the bank or the company, the broker is going to make money just for getting them to try. We believe that's predatory. We're willing to do all that work up front at no cost and let the customer say no if they don't want it. So that's what we believe. And if the customer sees the opportunity is greater than the cost, then they can say yes and proceed with us. Beautiful. That's the right fit for us. And we've got offers coming in every day that we're the right fit. And we have others where the customer says, I'm going to pass. The cost for that capital is higher than the benefit I'm going to have, so I shouldn't take it. And they shouldn't take it. We're not trying to peddle debt. We're trying to fuel growth, right? Fuel business moving in the right direction. So that's our beliefs about business capital, our beliefs about our healthcare. We believe healthcare is confusing. Premiums are up, deductibles are up. People spend so much money to have this protection in case. And then if they have $5,000 or $6,000 or $8,000 worth of costs, they got to pay deductibles anyway. Even though they've been paying $1,000 a month for their health insurance, they still got all these deductibles. And we believe that there's an alternative. For the most healthy people, 80% of the people, their needs are less than $7,000 a year. So we all launched an alternative healthcare plan or partner with one where they'll give you no deductible. The monthly cost is far lower, no deductible, and 50-50 coverage up to $7,000 or $10,000 or $20,000, whatever plan. So for the average person who's never going to need more than $6,000 or $7,000 in care per year, we're saving them a ton of money. And we believe every employer should know about this, and every business owner should offer this to their employees and let their employees say no. There's a risk of not having the high-end coverage, but we even have a plan now to put on to cover the high-end coverage too. So we've answered the call there. We believe that we should make that available to business owners. We also believe with payment processing that the ability to have a gateway to take credit cards, you want to have that, you need that. But with all these Capital One cards and cashback cards and Amex reward cards and all these things, the business owner who's selling the food, who's delivering the materials, who's selling the product, the florist, they didn't create the Capital One rewards card. Why should they pay 4% of their sales so that Capital One can give a customer rewards? The business owner didn't sign up for that. We think that's unjust. And we love the fact that now business owners can say, hey, we're going to say, no, we're not paying these exorbitant credit card fees anymore. If you want to use a credit card, no problem. But just like when you pay at the pump, you're going to pay a higher price. Go in and pay cash if you don't want to pay the higher price, customer. Pay cash for this flower if you want to get a lower price on this dozen roses. If you use a credit card, no problem. But we're gonna tack a 4% credit card price. So you got a credit card price and you got a cash discount price. We believe that's okay for business owners because we're all about the business owner. The customer's choosing to use the credit card. The business owner can then say, no problem. Here's your regular prices. Here's your cash discounted prices. We believe that, and that's saving significant money. And we want to get the word out. Let the business owner, we've got standard processing and we've got cash discount processing. That's what we believe. Now, on top of that, we believe you should be able to have an amazing income opportunity from your home. It just so happens we all have to work from our home now, but from your home, we wanted you to have an amazing income opportunity where you can make full-time money just by marketing those services we just talked about. And not only can you make a full-time income from it, but we believe that you should be able to make big upfront permanent income right now, full-time type income, day one. We want that to be available. We didn't want you to have to spend money to get the training or get the opportunity to do so. We want you to be able to start free. And we also believe if you decide it's not for you, at least you didn't lose any money. You just invested some time and learned some stuff, but you didn't lose any money. And we also believe that you should be able to, if you want, build a team. Because we believe the networking, the entrepreneurs, the leaders out there, the people who love leading and teaching people would help us lead and develop a group of people in a way that we can't. That we can't just from here, that you can work with someone and they can take you under their wing and they can impart some of their wisdom on you. And you got a partner, just like a personal trainer in a gym. We believe the personal trainer in the gym helps people in the workout get in better shape, eat better, and have some accountability they otherwise wouldn't have. And we wanted to bring that to our business as well, where someone can coach you and you can coach others. These are things we believe. And we also believe that as you're building your team, we want you to be able to build a team where they can't lose money, where they can get started for free. We didn't want to pay you for the act of recruiting someone. We want to pay you for the act of recruiting, coaching, and training someone and helping them be successful. And we'll pay you a lot for that. These are the things we believe. Now, if you like if anything, what I said just feels wrong, we're not for you. If everything I said feels right, we're for you. And you need to plant your flagpole right here and just go, bam. I am DAC, and wave that DAC flag. And I'm DAC. You know, I'm a Michigan guy. And so when I go to Michigan football games and they're running down that field with that big M flag and the person's got it on the shoulder and they're running everything they got, man, it just gets you excited. And if you're an Ohio State fan, then you're Ohio State. And if you're Clemson, you're Clemson. In Florida and whatever school you are, man, we get all up for that, right? Or your pro team, we get up for that. Well, I got my USA flag hanging outside. I got a USA flag hanging right there as well. I'm more about capitalism in America than I am about my college. And I'm more about that than anything else. And I'm more about you being able to be an entrepreneur. And if you share what we believe, then plant your flag here. Help us build the nation's fastest growing and largest business capital provider, business service provider, which would include capital, payment processing. Love it, Matthew. Capital, payment processing, and healthcare. Help us bring those. And then let's help make us the most successful home-based business on the planet. That's what we're here to do. We're not here to just be here. I'm not spouting with this energy because I don't believe we're going to make it happen. We're out here every single day to do this. This is a mission. This is our mission in the marketplace. All right. So we are commissioned to do this. That's the way I look at commission. I don't look at commission as what we earn. I look at commission as the mission we are called to do. And some of you are commissioned to do this as well. And I'm proud to have you on our team. What I wanted to talk about today is some contacting customers. So welcome aboard. If you've already gone through the onboarding training, watch that number one. Then go through the Get Started trainings in the Agent Resource Center. Then watch that Super Saturday training, 5 hours long of training. Watch that over time, bite size it. Man, I'd sit down with a notepad. And I remember what got me out of General Motors, guys, I'm just going to say it. What got me out of General Motors was a coachability, not a talent. It was the ability to be coachable in a student, not a talent. It was a coachability and a dedication to being coachable and watching and rewatching and watching and rewatching. I was addicted to the trainings in the company when I started, back when I was 23 years old and working full-time somewhere else. And I wanted to know what that guy who was full-time, what does he do? What does she do? I'm going to copy it. I'm not going to reinvent. I'm a creative guy. I've been creative my whole life, building businesses as a kid, lawnmower companies and snowblowing. I made my own flyers and all that kind of stuff. But man, I'm doing something new here. I'm going to copy them because what they're doing is working and they're teaching it. Why would I reinvent it? I'll follow them. I'll get out of General Motors, then I'll try my own things, right? And what I found was they already knew the right stuff. So we're going to teach you what is working, what's bringing the clients forward, what's bringing the capital clients forward, what's bringing the healthcare clients forward, what's bringing the payment processing clients forward. I will tell you right now, I've got an email that I'm sending out right now that I paid a system to test. And I send out 20,000 emails a month for the last 2 months. You know how many clients I've gotten out of that? 20,000 emails a month for the last 2 months. How many clients have I gotten? Boom, 0. Not even one. Not even one. You know how many pre-qualifications I've gotten? One. Out of 40,000 emails, one pre-qualification. One. And he didn't qualify. So why am I against these leads? We're testing them all. I'm not saying don't use email systems, but don't use the one I'm using and don't use the last 6 I tried. What works though, I'm getting, for every 40 private emails I write, I get 1 pre-qualification. For every 40 private emails, I get 1 pre-qualification. For every 40 private emails, I get 1 pre-qualification. Quit worrying about leads of 30,000 people. Quit worrying about leads of 16,000 people. We're testing it. It does not work. Okay. Sorry, neighbors. I'm a little passionate about this. I want you to win. I want to help business owners right now. They need to meet you. You need to talk to them one-on-one. If it's an email, that's no problem. One-on-one email, not same email to 60 people. They can read right through it. They think you're a salesy, scammy person. They don't want to reach out to you. But man, think about them. What is it about this person that you want to reach out to them for? What are they known for? What is this? This is Golden Buffet. I don't even know who Golden Buffet is. They don't know me yet. I got to meet them. I can imagine some things. Oh, they got 2 locations. They've already expanded. But you know what? Golden Buffet doesn't do carry out. How are they surviving right now? They're probably not. So I don't know that I'm even going to reach out to them right now because they probably can't qualify because I don't know any buffets that got carry out. I'm a business owner. I want to help everybody, but I can't help certain people. So what's the next one? Furnace and duct cleaning. That's an essential service. Let's call, I don't know, A1 Furnace and Duct Cleaning. Let's call them and have a conversation and find out who the owner is. Let's email them and have a real dialogue on what their thing is. You don't have to say it all in the first email. You don't have to market. You're building relationships. You're not selling a service. You're building relationships. The first email can be hey, I saw your ad in the paper. I just want to introduce myself because I'm a fellow business owner. I help business owners like you with capital. I just want to introduce myself. Boom. That's simple. You can add a couple other things like, hey, if the banks can't help you, we might be able to. I just want you to know who I am. Keep my information on file. And I'd love to learn more about your duct service, right? That's an interaction. It's not a sales pitch. You're building a relationship. Please don't be selling. If your email's got everything listed, our features, our benefits, our this, our that, nobody reads that stuff. Nobody reads all that. Do you read it? Nobody reads it. Keep it short. Get right to the point. You're building a relationship. You're not trying to get them to get capital now. You may want to tell them, hey, right now, in the time, I want to introduce myself because right now there's a lot of businesses in need and I'm in business capital. I don't know you. You don't know me. That's why I want to introduce myself. I mean, it's okay to get right to the point on why you're introducing, but don't write long emails with 16 bullet points and features and benefits here and this and that. Nobody reads that stuff. Nobody's reading it. And we've tried, by the way, we've tried all the different things in these email blasts. It's obvious. It's obvious those systems, they're in the business of selling emails. That's why I tell everybody, if someone's got a proven system, say, great, you need to become an agent with us. And then if your system's proven, you'll make so much money from all your clients who say yes. You already own all those leads, just email them with what you know works. And you'll make 4% of every funding minimum. Look how much money, and watch how they squirm. They know their system doesn't work. Oh, I got an SEO manager who knows that they can get 500 clicks to your website. I don't care about 500 clicks to my website. I care about quality clicks who become pre-qualification applications. And if they're good, then pay them a commission basis and let's see how good they are. They want you to put up money to test their system. How about they prove their system works by making some commissions? One-on-one conversations, guys. You don't need 400 contacts a day. You can't make 400 real contacts a day. You can't. You can make 400 calls a day and talk to 30 people because you get voicemails and this and that. I get all that, but let's not think that we need to have a system. By the way, if anyone had a system that was bringing on a bunch of referrals to us, I would tell you to go use it. There's nobody in DAC who's got a system that's bringing on a bunch of pre-qualifications better than what I just said to you. One-on-one conversations. One-on-one conversations is how you do this, not mass emailing, not mass broadcasting. But I keep trying. I'll keep testing. If I see something that's a little different, we'll give it a try. You know, Wade mentioned he's sending out 20,000 emails and stuff like that too. He's gotten one client that way with 40,000 emails. I don't, and spent money to do that, right? So I wouldn't, and between the two of us in the last 2 months, one client out of 80,000 emails. They're not even reading the email. They don't get done, yawn next, yawn next, yawn next. But one-on-one contacts, it works. Now, second thing I wanted to show you. So go through emails, live that recipe. It doesn't matter whether it's healthcare, it doesn't matter whether it's payment processing, doesn't matter whether it's funding. Personalize that darn subject line, and it better be personal or don't even contact them, right? Say it. I just want to introduce myself. I saw you in this, or I'm also from this city, or, you know, it can't be a salesy thing. Just don't be, you know, Business Capital. They're not even going to look at it. Delete, 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 delete. They don't even look at it. Okay. You're not Chase Manhattan Bank who gets to just ride on your brand as a bank. You're not. You need to build a relationship. You are a broker. You're an independent broker or independent agent. And just like your local real estate agent needs to build a relationship with you, or you don't want them selling your house. Nobody wants to get capital from someone just because you're in Business Capital. They want to get capital from someone they've got a relationship with. So they need to know you. Once in a while, you get a click here or there, but it needs to be a friend or family, referral, or a personal contact. That's what I'm seeing. I bet 80% of the clients I've gotten over the last 5 years are people that I've built a personal relationship with or were referred by people that knew me. Very few are just clicks to my website that I don't know where they came from. Okay. Some drop cards left in cars once in a while. Yeah. A drop card left in a door. Yeah. Once in a while, become a client. But usually there's a relationship first. So with that as the backdrop, I'm going to give you one more thing that's Chris Smith, who's on here today. Thank you, Chris, for this, by the way. He sent me this text. He's getting some response with this, and I'm going to read it word for word the way he says it. And we're putting a document together, by the way, of sample emails and sample texts. So, it won't be ready for probably 4 or 5 days just because of priorities. But I want to give you this because it's used for attracting clients and recruits. And I love this. I'm starting to use, I've not tested this myself yet, but I've done things similar to this, and I'm going to do this more. We say when you launch your business, inform everyone you know that you're in Business Capital. That has brought me more clients than my friends have brought me more clients than I've gotten myself. Did you hear that? My friends have gotten me more clients than I've gotten myself. Now, I'm not doing this full time. I'm full time running DAC, but my friends and referrals, people just refer me. Two this month. I had nothing to do with them. They're friends who know me. So don't take this point lightly. More people need to know you're in business capital. Everyone you know should know you're in business capital and payment processing and healthcare. They need to know that. But this is what Chris is saying, and I've said things similar to this. So when I say I haven't tested these words, this will make sense to you. And I did actually send this out, and I recruited a new agent who might be watching this right now because I sent this out to a friend who referred their sister to our business. Okay, so it's pretty cool. This is his text. Hey, not sure if you knew, but my company lends money to business owners. If you know any business owners who could use some help right now, please forward them my website. Puts their name. Okay, so you could put that. I'm going to say it again. Not sure if you knew, but my company lends money to business owners. If you know any business owners, could you please forward them my website? Not sure if you knew, but my company lends to business owners. If you know any business owners, could you please forward them my website and a link to your website? Now, what he said, which is cool about this, he said it doesn't matter if they've got an Android phone or an iPhone, it comes across as one text. You start getting too long, it'll come across as two texts. So that's part one. Now, what he's doing is sending it to all his friends to inform them that he's in business capital. And this has led to more clients for me than any other method I've got. I'm just telling you, because there's 100 people who know you, 500 people who know you who aren't agents, but they all know 4 or 5 business owners. That's 2,000 business owners you'll never meet, you'll meet through your friends knowing you're in business capital. Okay. So from there, if they respond, then he says, by the way, if you have time to email or contact business owners, I can set you up to get paid commissions if they get a loan from us. Let me know if you're interested. Thanks. So if they respond to that first email, by the way, if you have time to email or contact business owners, I can set you up to get paid commissions if they get a loan from us. Let me know. And of course, if they say, yeah, and Chris, can you sent this out to like 10 people or something like that and already had an agent or two? 2 agents already? And how many people did you think you contacted with that first, just why you know I'm in business capital? And how many? 15? 15. So 15 people you sent that email to. 2 have become agents. You probably haven't gotten any clients yet from it. Nope. But you have 15 people who know you're in business capital who right now may be spreading the news. So what happens if that turns into 50 people? So I would just add, as you're prospecting, put people on notice. I put it on Facebook. I had a new agent join last night. 2 new agents joined yesterday just for me putting on Facebook that I'm in business capital and we want to help business owners. Wasn't even recruiting, and 2 agents came forward. So you got to get the word out. I can't encourage it enough. You don't need to go mass scale. You need to go one-on-one individually. But I would send that text out or a similar text to that. And I would also contact business owners. And the business owners, I'd reach out. Business owners, you need to text them and remind them. Hey, just wanted to remind you. I'm in business capital. While you're going through this tough time, if the SBA or the bank can't help you, just know I'm here and I can help you any way I can. Just wanted to remind you, I'm in business capital. And if the big bank or the SBA can't help you right now and you need some help, I might be able to help you. I mean, just something to put out there, just reminding people it's time to be actively spreading the news. And then it works. All those things we just said all work. They all work. We just got to do them. So that's what I wanted to touch on primarily today. Anyone have any questions about emailing or texting clients or anything when I shared our beliefs at the beginning, anything about our beliefs? Any questions? If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand or just unmute yourself and I'll call your name when I see who's unmuted themselves. But I'll call your name first just so we don't have too many distractions. Any questions about emailing at all? Okay, Brett. Brett's got his hand up. Go ahead, Brett. Go ahead and unmute yourself and go ahead and ask your question.
Hi there, Dave. Back in February, I think you posted some kind of email script.
Yeah.
And I copied that, and that's what I've been using to email businesses. Would you still recommend using that script and personalizing it to the business? Would you still recommend doing that?
Yeah, I would. I mean, the climate's changed a little bit. And I've not read that. I don't remember what it said. So I typed that up and sent it out to a few people and got some response right away. So I shared it and said, hey, this is what I'm using just to share. You personalize it. So Brett, I'd want to reread it because I'd probably minimalize it. I was probably saying more than you need to say back then. Because in today's climate, it's almost like fishing in the afternoon versus fishing in the morning. If you're a fisherman, you know, fishing in the morning, the fish are hungry, and it's a lot easier to fish in the morning than in 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're going to catch a lot more for doing the same thing. So right now, you don't have to say as much because there's a frenzy right now with business owners. Either their business is booming right now because of all this, or their business is flat. In both of those cases, they usually need some capital, and they know they need it now more than they did in February. So you might be able to reduce some of the stuff. I may have had some features and benefits in there. I may have had some qualifications. So I'd want to look at it again. But it's your goal again is just to introduce yourself and let them know. If they want more, they'll ask you for more. It's meet, greet, and inform, meet, greet, and inform. And of course, you can explain a little bit more. But the more you write, the more it starts to sound like a sales letter, right? So you want to make sure they know you're building a relationship. Just building a relationship. Many of you don't know this, but my wife, Marlo, and I met online back. We've been married 18 years, but we met before. We met online and we had dated for 3 days over the phone before we met in person. I already loved her before I met her. And because we built a relationship over the phone. So I know you can build a relationship with someone you've never met before. There's a Netflix show called Love is Blind, where they meet each other and never see each other, and then they get engaged. And the love is deep. The love is deep because you're meeting who the person is. So it's okay to build a relationship with people and not try to get them into a funding this week. Just expand the client relationship sheet and as many as you can. Matthew does a great job on the telephone with this. Just, hey, for when the time should come, I just want you to know who I am, and they build a relationship and follow up with them. Go back. Some of you can check back with people you talked to a month ago, and they're ready to get funding, but they forgot who you are, and you're not checking back in with them. And you went and saw them, and you gave them a drop card, but you didn't follow up with them. So go back and check in with a lot of your old clients. Brett, is a long answer, but I'd want to read that email again. But we are updating with some sample emails, so we'll look at that and probably may change it a little bit, but it's probably going to be pretty much the same.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate you, buddy. Subject line matters more than anything, as you can imagine. Anyone else have a question? Go ahead and unmute yourself. I'll see, or raise your hand. I'll see your name, and then I'll. Okay. Last thing I'll say is texting business owners. You can text business owners that you know. You don't want to text business owners you don't know unless you just saw their truck drive by and their number's on. They're advertising their number, and you want to reach out. Hey, I just saw your truck. Or I just saw this. That's a different story. But it's better to just pick up the phone and get used to building a relationship with them. Just like if you're sitting across the table with them, like Matthew always says, you know, he's made a lot of calls, team. And he says it over and over every time he speaks on this. He says, just pretend you're sitting across the table talking to him. Now, when he says that, my first thought is, I'm not comfortable doing that. I truly don't. I'm not a socialite when we go out somewhere. I'm not like the guy who's going to meeting all the people at the place. I go on my table, I sit there, I'm with the people I'm with. I may say hi to people, but I'm not real comfortable just meeting new people, right? And so some of you may share that same personality like me. And so extending yourself to strangers that you don't know may be a little uncomfortable. So what I do, and what many people do who have success here is remember, they focus on the beliefs. Remember the beliefs. And I weep for business owners every day that I know are struggling. Assume they're struggling. If they're flying, assume they need working capital to fuel that growth. But assume they're struggling. If we know 5 out of 10 are going to close in 5 years, in 10 years, 5 out of 10 are going to close in 5 years, and 1 out of 3 is going to close in 2 years. We assume they're struggling. Before this crisis, assume they're struggling and assume you're doing a disservice. Your mindset needs to be, man, if I don't talk to them, they could be on their way out. or they've got a big opportunity they have to say no to if I don't talk to them, because 80% of the businesses cannot get funding. I talked to a business today, and I'll end with this and see if there's anyone else who's got a comment. I know I want to push before our 1 o'clock Zoom to give you all an opportunity to text some people. Hey, I'm just reminding you, I'm in Business Capital. If you're looking to make money outside of what you're doing, we're doing a Zoom today at 1 o'clock. Hey, I'm just reminding you, I'm in Business Capital. We need more agents bad. We need more agents. We need more agents. We need more agents bad. I just want to remind you, I'm in Business Capital, or I'm in payment processing or healthcare, whichever one you think will appeal to them most, because we are in all three. Just reminding you, I'm in this in case you're looking to make some money while you're quarantined at home, or if you need to make money while you're quarantined, or if you know anyone else, please share this with them. We need more agents. That works over and over again. And there's people, 1 out of 10 Americans just lost their job. 1 in 10 who was working isn't. 1 in 10. It's millions of people. What is it? 8 million people? It's obviously, that's how many people file for unemployment, but they said 1 in 10 Americans who had a job doesn't today. That's massive. That's tens of millions. We've got an opportunity for them, and business owners need our help. I got off track. I was going to say something else, but I don't remember what it was. So any comments from anybody? Any questions from anybody? Anyone want to share anything before we part ways to go to our... Okay, Jenna's got herself unmuted. Jenna, you got a question?
Yes, please.
For us? Yes, Jenna,
please.
go ahead.
Somebody mentioned about the template that they had found you had produced earlier in the year or something. I was also looking for that. I thought it came in the welcome letter. You had mentioned that you're doing some new templates and things like that. Will those be solicited through the Trailblazer email, or what's the best way to find those in the meantime?
We're going to put a document in the Agent Resource Center because right now our training is all designed for how to use the drop cards, meet, greet, and inform in person. Being that we can't do that, we're focusing more on delivering the tools for email and texting. And so we're going to put a document in the Agent Resource Center. It'll be live, I would say by Monday or Tuesday, if not before, hopefully today, but there's other priorities that have to get done. So if as soon as it's done, it'll be posted there and we'll put it up on Facebook. Until then, someone go through to the Facebook page to that email that I posted. I know someone tagged it yesterday, and just write bump on it and it'll go back to the top of the page and we'll pin it to the top so you can see it. It's just a sample of an email, obviously modified so that you're saying something personal, but you'll find it in the Agent Resource Center, Jenna, as soon as we're done. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You bet, Jenna. Thank you.
David, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go right ahead. Who's that? Is that Jamar? Someone said, can I ask a question? Go ahead, whoever that was.
David, can I ask a question?
Yes,
I'm
please.
out
Go
on
ahead.
my morning working from my phone, and I wanted to ask you, Dave, when do you have a list of the
You're breaking up, buddy. Give me a thumbs up if you're asking if we have a list of our preferred industries where we're funding. Is that what you're trying to get to? Your screen is frozen right now. So why don't you try to get to a better area? But if you're talking about preferred industries that we're in, preferred companies you want to focus on, we encourage you to focus on them. Yeah, there's a list. We created
essential businesses that
he thumbed up. Okay, I'm going to mute him because he's chopping up, but beautiful. He thumbed up that. So yes, we do have a list of preferred industries.
we
That is
should
also
focus on, so we can look at our
coming through
networks
slow. I've already
and
muted him.
determine
It's coming
what
through
business
slow.
owners we should.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so we do have that list, and it is in the Facebook page as well. I don't know if it's accessible. I think it's actually accessible from the Agent Resource Center as well. But someone tag that and bump that to the top as well to make sure. It's one of our Google documents, so it is available from the Agent Resource Center and Facebook. Ellen, go ahead, Ellen.
Hey, good morning, everyone, or now good afternoon. It's 12:05. Hey, I was thinking this morning about our market processing, and coming from the perspective of having worked in corporate America when I was with a international pizza delivery chain. Their target profitability was 10%. Okay, and that's with a major international restaurant. Think about a big company with a 10% profitability goal and your small local business owner that's profitability goal is probably a lot less because so many small business owners aren't even hitting profitability until their second year or so. So our 3 to 4% bump on our merchant processing could be incredible for that small business owner, big business owner, whatever size. That when you're adding that to their profitability margin based on the percentage of credit cards they accept, that's a huge number. So I just wanted to throw that out because I used to own restaurants myself after I left corporate. And as a business owner, you've got your overhead, your rent, utilities, payroll costs, payroll taxes, all of your insurance, your inventory, cost of goods sold, all of that. And then the credit card company is making a profit guaranteed off of the transactions that you do. And as the business owner, you're the one losing out. So we can really help on that added 3 to 4% back to their bottom line.
Great point, Ellen. I'm going to show it in a visual here. In case you're not following that, everyone, if you did 100,000 in sales in a year, you're not going to probably make 10%, but let's say you're at a 10% profit like Ellen's talking about, you're going to make $10,000 a year. Okay. Well, your payment processing on this is probably $3,000. What if you didn't have to pay that $3,000? You would now keep that $3,000 and now you made $13,000 because of us, but because of you. But the reality is they're probably only making 2 to 3% of sales. That's what a lot of companies are 0%, right? They're losing money. But if a company is making, if you're a publicly traded company, they want you making 6 to 8% of sales. 6 to 8% of sales. So let's just use that. Let's use 6% of sales. You make $6,000. You make $6,000 on your 100,000. If you profit after all your other expenses, you make $6,000. You're still paying $3,000 in credit card processing. Because of us, you went to $9,000. You got a 50% profit bump just by switching processors. It's huge. It really is huge. Great point, Ellen. And that's extra money that they can invest into their business for future growth. Okay. I see all the hands are down, all the mutes down. So let's part ways going until, Matthew's open. Matthew, go ahead. You can close us out. You share something, then I'll close us out and we'll be done.
All right. Yeah, real quick before we run here. I wrote it down. Can't even read my own handwriting. No, reach out to everybody you've spoken with. Go back to your contact client relationship sheets and just call them, remind them now at this particular time and say, hey, by the way, have you tried to qualify for the CARE Act for your business? I mean, why not? Just ask them. I mean, yeah, good, you should, right? We're pushing them there to do that, but it's a good excuse to call somebody. The other thing is in the subject line in the email. I don't send emails to anybody unless I spoke to them. I don't send blind emails. So, at least I make an attempt to speak to them. I spoke to your secretary or whatever. Okay. So in the subject line is our conversation, Cheryl, our conversation today, our call today, Cheryl, not anything, just our call today, Cheryl. Oh yeah. They open it up in short, here to help. Have you applied? If not, boom. Then so here's my boom, just short. And I've done emails, like long emails with all, it doesn't work. So, and I don't get responses to those, but it's always about the conversation. Now I've got it ready. Of course, as I'm on the phone, I've got them ready to go. I also want to have a text. By the way, could I text you my link and or email, which you prefer? Text it to me. Boom, done. I don't even send an email. I just ask them, which do they prefer? For an email or a text? I'll send it right now. Boom. So ask them as if you're assuming they need you, as David said. Just assume everybody needs you. Just assume and let them tell you otherwise. That's all. So let's have a blessed weekend and a happy Easter to everybody. And let's have some peace.
Love it. Great point. It's so much easier to follow up with someone you've already spoke with. We are encouraging, though, make the calls, but also don't hesitate. It's okay to send emails too, but I agree with Matthew. There's nothing better than a phone call. But if your comfort level is not there yet, reach out, at least build relationships that way. Some of you go, I'd love to talk to someone once they've answered my email. Others say, I'd rather email someone once I've talked to them. Pick whichever way you're more comfortable proceeding with and proceed. By the way, I see that email that someone posted. If that's a script we put up in the past, presentation script, Richard Ferry posted, it's way too much information, guys. You don't need all that. That's a sales email. That's the type email that's not going to get answered by very many. All right. So remember your email, the purpose of the email is build a relationship, build a relationship, build a relationship. It's okay to mention a couple things of what you do, but this is a sales email here. So if that was something we created in the past, we've gotten better. All right. We're always improving. All right, everybody, let's go work our tails off between now and 1 o'clock to help people out. Let's enjoy today's day. Thank you, Jesus, for today going to the cross. If you're a believer like me, then you know this is a special day. This is a special weekend, Easter weekend. And I just pray that you all have, whether you're a believer or not, I pray you have a great week and a great weekend, and that we can get out and help some business owners in need this week. Payment processing, healthcare, and funding. And we can help some agents get started, make some good money who are a little concerned about their futures right now. Let's help them out. God bless you all. Have a great, great day.